everyone, and welcome back to Rapid Racers for another week and another race. Today I've got Toad joining me in the commentary booth.
Hello.
Hello. Weren't you here a couple weeks ago?
Yes, I was.
Or has it already been a month or something like that?
Could be, could be.
Could be, possibly. Could you possibly check the audio levels for me on the stream, please?
Yes, I will check.
That would be fantastic.
Right away.
Right away, sir. So we've got we've got 12 people racing here today. Not a great turnout for this week's race. But I guess we'll have to make do what we have.
Maybe people are getting a bit tired of the game, so.
Yeah, we'll see when. We'll see about what happens in the future with this game. It's looking pretty bleak, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully like a resurgence after Christmas like it usually is, so.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know. I've only done one season.
Yeah,
and that was in 2019, so. Anyway. Anyway. Did you check the audio levels? Everything okay?
Yeah, looks alright.
Looks alright? Sounds alright?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
How do you stream on YouTube at the same time?
Ah, see, that's a secret I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can tell me in private.
Yeah, I can tell you in private. No, it's just being restreamed.
Okay.
It's essentially being streamed to one source and then that other source is streaming. I don't know. I really don't know how that works. Anyway, we have drivers starting their first laps already. First one out on the time lap would be Fluffy Dave, and we have XTXP straight behind him. Lou is also starting a lap. So is some idiot, and then I believe that's Timo behind him. Yes, it is. What are fast times around this track? We've already driven it, but
28.
28s. I believe my
no, wait.
Low 29s.
Could be 30s. Yeah, I'm not
I think low
sure.
30s, high 29s, mid 29s are like really good times.
Yeah, something in that.
Because I know for a fact that I'm essentially a second slower than some idiot. And I believe he had a 29 something in our beloved VVDL, and
yeah.
I did a 30.5 or something like that. So the math checks out. And I also don't know how many corners, and do any of the corners have certain names? Do they?
I mean, I think only XTXP cares about. So we'll find.
Yeah.
Fluffy Dave is in the wall. Not the best lap from him.
Yeah, that's not a great option to be in.
Lou will be the first one to no, he's in the pits.
He will not be the first one. XT, no, that's I think some idiot.
Yeah.
Yep.
30.1.
That's a pretty good banker. Yep. Yep. Then Navarro, first line 31.4. Pretty big gaps at the on the timing sheet right now. Hugo's crosses the line, but apparently on an invalidated lap. Yep.
It was at 29 something.
Oh, okay. So we would have gone pole. Higgsy crosses the line 31.2. Janab 31.2 as well on the mediums. So Higgsy must have had an oopsie on that lap, because that's definitely not the speed that he wants to go.
Assassin with a 30.7. And that is everyone that has set a lap yet.
Yep.
Copy is on his lap.
I also apologize to everyone watching the stream, or watching the VOD, because I'm quite erratic in my camera movements, and I use F7 and F8 to jump around on cars, and I should rather press the numbers, but I tend to forget.
And up towards the line, copy. I think he invalidated 30 point something.
That was a 30.2. Would have put him in P2, but that was invalid. Yep.
Danny as well here. Goes fastest.
With a 30.1.
Good banker.
200s faster than Samediate. For the time being.
Would not be surprised if we got into 29s. Maybe even mid 29s, low 29s.
Yep. I mean, a low 29 is, I believe, like super fast.
Mid 29, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
Mid 29s is more like I would think that this grid would be able to do, whereas low 29s and high 28s are probably esports.
Yeah. Oh.
Or, well, most likely esports, at least. Currently don't have anyone on a lap. 3 outlappers and...
on their outlets.
Yeah. Lou's going out in mediums. He decided that he wants to give those a shot. Fluffy Dave is out on softs. In sector 3 right now. Almost going to start a lap shoot. Oh boy. Friday nights are the worst.
Okay.
It's
I don't think that's a very popular opinion, but
no, it is not a very popular opinion, but it is an opinion for the full-time worker
oh yeah.
that works from Monday to Friday,
But like,
8 hours a week a day.
is it which part of the Friday are you talking about then?
What do you mean?
You're saying this part of the Friday, like this evening, is the worst? Timo kind of blocking Fluffy Dave here.
Kind of block.
honestly.
Yeah, I think he might have lost some time there, and also Fluffy Dave's car started skidding pretty badly out of the S's. I'm more talking about the fact that you're not doing anything on Friday, and then late night starts kicking in, and then you're like getting tired as Flip.
But you're doing this. You gotta hype yourself up.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Fluffy Dave heading back on the back straight into the corner, breaks that 100 meters. Does he hit the apex? Well,
He
could be
cuts
better.
off
I
the
don't think
apex pretty much.
It doesn't carry enough speed. Goes a bit deep here on the curve. Yeah, this is not as quick as it could be. Oh,
No,
this-
but it's
this corner
definitely
is
better
a
than what. Oh my, okay.
Blind apex there.
It's definitely faster than what I could do, I'm pretty sure.
These corners are flat out in these 2020 cars.
Yep, depends on your setup though. It
Ultimate
looks like
corner
his
car
rear.
could be a bit unstable, but
Yep, his rear seems a little bit wingly. Wiggly. That's a 31.1. Barely
Next
edges
car
out
on a lap
Hickson.
is Cody. No,
Is that so? I think
Let's
some
see.
people are crossing the line.
XC
Timo
abandoning
just
his lap.
started a
Blue
lap.
coming towards the end,
Yep.
and he's abandoning it.
Okay.
He's going
Great-
again though, I
great.
think.
Great thing I jumped onto his onboard. Let's look for some idiot here taking us through a lap. Because this man knows how it's done. So he's looking to improve
Yes.
that time to get himself on pole. Currently 200 separating him and Danico. Flying through the back straight and heading for the corner. Pretty good. I don't know if that's an actual lockup or just
Yeah, this
a
upcoming
spectator
corner
bug.
is very interesting because it's a double apex and it's blind as well. And the
Yeah,
camber,
it's
corner.
also easy to lock up there. Samita was 2.6 tenths up, so he's looking to improve here. Just has to get sector 3 and the last corners done well.
Looks
Turns
okay.
in, looks in pretty neat, and that's a 29.68. So improved by another 2 tenths in that sector 3. So if he wants to push that car even more, he probably can get some time out of that. Alvaro coming across the
again.
line. He
Timo doesn't
improved. Timo does improve by about 5 tenths. just under 5/10 of improvement for Timo there. Gets him into P3 with a 1:30.3.
Assassin is up on his time.
Yep. Last time he was 4/10 up on his time, so he's looking to improve. Yeah, he also gets into 29, so it was really respectable lap from him.
Janum goes wide in final corner, but doesn't matter. He does set a good enough time for second place.
Yep. He crossed the line just before I had the chance to press on him, so I jumped onto the wrong car by accident. Hugo's still in the pits. Copy should be on a lap. Yes, Copy is on a lap, but it is invalidated. So, once again, is not going to be setting a lap at all. Lapping can't be great for him. Denico is going through the S's right now. It's very important to use all the track that you can here, and that's it. Well, I just cursed him. That's invalid.
Used a little bit more than all over the track.
Yep. Went over the white line there, and that was... Oh, I need to fix something here. I have my Steam notifications on.
Obviously, in real life, that corner, they got an extended track limits there. The track limits went to the end of the curb.
Yep.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
So, obviously, that's a change from the game. To
That is a change, yes. I do hope that this is not going to cause any issues for me, because I clicked the wrong thing on Steam, but hey, that's fine.
Cue the technical difficulties.
Yep. Only car out on the lap currently is XTXP, currently sitting in P11 with no time set on the board yet.
Well, Higgsy was until he invalidated in the penultimate corner.
It's not great. He's also, for some reason didn't pit, but he's instead
I think he
going
backed
out.
off on his original.
Oh, okay. XTXP coming through the, coming into sector 3. Through the long sweeping right-hander there. Looking to set a time on the board. Takes a penultimate corner pretty neatly there. A bit unsettled on the exit of the last corner, but sets in a 30.5, so a pretty good lap for him.
Not bad.
Not bad. That actually, that time beats my time from VVDL. Didn't have the greatest quali, I don't think. Next one on the list is Lou, also without a time and currently sitting in P10. Car looks stable enough through the S's.
Hopes that XT won't be blocking him.
Yep. XT really has to get out of the way here, and Lou has to keep it on track. Just barely manages to keep all 4 tires on the track there. Into this tricky left-hander onto the long straight. You get that corner entry and exit wrong, gonna lose a lot of time down the straight here, so really gotta stay with the stay in rhythm there and get a good turn in. Same for this one as well. You can take a lot of that inside curb on that one. Oh, goes a bit wide onto here. It's really bothering me that I don't know the turn numbers, but that's fine. Through the sweeping.
It has no effect, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that one, I mean, that's true. So right-hander penultimate corner is really wide on the right side, but gets the turn in for the last corner to get the possible. I can't talk. 29.8. So that was actually pretty quick. Yeah, that was actually pretty quick. But yeah, to get the best entry there. Oh, I am doing it again. Timo is, I believe, on the lap. Yes, he is. He's currently going through the S's. I don't think we have anyone else, so let's just stay on board with him. Hugo's has retired from the session, so he decides to start either P11 or P12, depending on if Copy wants to go out and set a lap time. Danico, I think, might be giving Timo a tow?
Looks like it.
Okay.
This looks very deliberate, so...
It was very deliberate. That's interesting. Williams and Renault doing teamwork.
Well, still only improving by barely a tenth, so...
Yeah. I mean, the tow probably just gave him that edge, because it's worth probably half a tenth. Slipstream, as we all know, is not that great in this game. Unless we're talking about DRS, then you... Oof, that wasn't...
A little bit of understeer in the penultimate corner there.
Yeah, too much speed into the corner and just couldn't get the car turned in, and he is going to improve by half a tenth. So, I guess that all came down to the tow that he got. That's the half tenth worth. That's pretty much it. And now Danny behind him is starting a lap. Some idiot is actually on the back straight right now. Oh, doesn't really cut that inside curb that much this time. Probably lost a little bit of time. He's almost 400s up on his time. That's not a lot, but it's still an improvement. Bit wiggly on the exit there, but smoothly through the long sweeping right-hander. Turns left penultimate corner. Doesn't stay as wide as we've seen other cars do. Gotta get a good exit here. Oh, loses the edge a little bit and actually falls half a tenth down on this time, so does not improve. But barring anything special from Lou, he's actually going to stay on top, unless Janab or Lou are going to try to beat that time.
Yeah, let's see what Janab is doing here. He's down on his time.
Yep. He's also invalidated, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's...
Yep. So yellow flag in sector 3, that's Lofide retiring in the pits. Kopi is actually...
CXP is the next one.
Yeah, Kopi is actually going to start his lap, so he's going to attempt to get a time in, so that might actually jump down Hugo's down to P12. And Lugo's fastest with a 29.57.
Wait, what? That says on 3 lap old salts for you
Yes.
as well?
Yes. I believe he must have invalidated, and now he just went for it again. So that's really good. Because those are pretty worn tires at this point.
Huh.
Danico retires, he doesn't want to try to improve. Assassin is on the track still trying to improve. Janab didn't improve, yeah, he was invalidated. Smidiot hasn't improved, he's heading on his way to the pits. XTXP is currently entering sector 3.
Oh, Higgsy spins around and retires. And he's kind of on the line there, so...
Is there anyone there close by? No, that's Assassin is the closest one to there. And Higgsy does the classic bottle. Oh, he's...
Oh, he disappeared.
Yep, his card disappeared just in time for Assassin to come through.
And Assassin does improve.
It does, just enough, 2/10, so he knocks down Janab. Yep, he knocks down Janab to 4th, and XTXP improves and knocks down Fluffy Dave to 8th, improves himself to P7.
Copy the last one to the penultimate corner. Oh, and he goes too wide. Yet another victim of the track limits.
Yeah, that would have been a 29. That would have been a 29.8.
Would have been 4th.
Would have been 4th, but alas, track limits. Alas.
So close, but no cigar.
Yep.
That's very impressive by Lou there. 3 lap old sauce. I'm not sure if that's a good thing though. Those tires are gonna be very worn.
I believe I gotta...
Maybe it's a bug?
No, I don't think it is a bug, but I can't help but to think that what if Hugo's and Copy did that on purpose? Because
Yeah.
Having a
Wanna
lobby
start
with
on medium?
this, yeah. I mean, they're the only ones who can start on mediums,
Yeah.
unless you actually qualify mediums. But why wouldn't you get the fresh mediums to start and do the reverse strat compared to everyone else?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, yeah.
By that logic, Higgsy is in the worst position, being in P10.
Yeah. But
Basically
yeah,
crashing out.
that's the qualifying done for this session, with Lou on pole with the 29.5, somebody at 29.6, not far behind. Another 10 to Assassin in P3, then Janab P4, Danico P5, Timo P6, XTX P7, Fluffy Day P8, Alvaro P9, Higgsy, Hugo, and Copy round out the grid.
XTX P7.
Did I say something else?
No, you said XTXP P7.
Yeah.
But you could say XTX P7. Anyways, did you get a weather report? I'm guessing it's gonna be dry.
Looks like to be dry. Yeah, I didn't get a weather report, but that's weird. Yep. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get a surprise.
Circuit obviously located in Houston.
Is it Houston?
Right?
No, Austin. Isn't it Austin?
Austin.
Yeah, but I mean, still
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah.
So,
Houston, Austin.
same thing, different name.
Austin, we got a problem.
Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as well as Houston. We've got a problem.
But isn't that always what they didn't say? They actually didn't say Houston, we got a problem.
Are you sure about that?
I thought maybe there might have been something like that, but I'm not sure. Maybe I am remembering it wrong.
Maybe. I don't know.
As you would expect, Hugo and Copy on mediums.
Yep. As you would expect, yes. Oh, I didn't even notice that I have an FPS counter in my top left screen. But that's fine. I also just, for some reason, hid the entire UI. That's okay. So, do you have any predictions?
I think Lou's gonna struggle with his older tires than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and Assassin Jainab is in a prime position to take advantage of that, and
Yep.
I think Hugo and Copy has an outside chance on the reverse strat.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do on that reverse strat. They're gonna have to pit around the same lap though. So,
yeah.
as the predicted pit stop strategy pops up on my screen, and yeah, I wouldn't do a soft, hard. That's definitely not a strat that I would do. Soft, medium sounds okay. Soft, medium also sounds okay. But some maniacs might actually do a soft medium. I believe that's also a viable chance.
Yeah, I think it's a one-stopper.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think it actually just is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone can stay out of trouble. 8 to turn 1. It's very interesting turn 1. It's uphill and it's very wide entry. But it narrows very down on apex. So.
Yep, that is right. But we're getting ready to start here in Austin, not Houston, as we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights go on, and we're waiting for the start to go, and we're off. And slowly but surely we're going to make our way to turn 1, hopefully without any major incidents happening here. Let's actually look at it from the back of the grid. No, let's not do that. clean through T1. Nothing. There's a little bit of tussling going on back here, but nothing major is happening right now. Coming through the S's. Oh, there's some contact there, and there's a Haas off the road. Also,
Timo and Fluffy Dave.
Yeah, Timo and Fluffy Dave had some contact there, and someone had to get out of the way there. And
two cars don't go together in those corners.
No, two cars do not definitely go together in those corners, as I believe that's Fluffy Dave and Pizza.
Jane, I'm looking up in the inside of some idiots, but Cody gets better in. Somebody gets better. Will J9 get back here? They're both boosting.
That is the correct. Yep. They are. There's Hugo. Hugo's already up into P8 from the start. Danny Cohen, Assassin, also fighting for position into the corner. Yeah. Timo and Compy are fighting for the last spots down at the bottom of the grid. They're going side by side into the corners right now. And Compy really has to try to make that move and get the gap back to his teammate. On those medium tires, he's of course struggling compared to everyone else on the softs. Hugo has, well, Fluffy Dave has dropped back to a 1 second gap off of XTXP, 1.2 right now.
Contact with Timo, he kind of dropped.
Yep.
There's a gap for me, but
yeah,
he can close that before the DRS gets activated.
Yep. And hopefully Hugo will stay on the back of Fluffy Dave. He's going to be losing some time in the corners because, of course, the softer the tires are, the better grip you have out of corners and the better exit speed that is. But we'll see. The softs tend to drop pretty quickly on this track.
Yeah.
But I think without any major differences in, well, maybe not differences, but changes, yeah. We're in for a DRS train of 28 laps, so strap yourselves in and kick your legs back and...
What?
Just... yeah.
Kick your legs back.
Kick your legs back. Yeah. Just take a chill pill. Relax. Listen to the beautiful sounds of the hybrid engines going around a track.
They do actually sound better than they used to, in my opinion. Not quite V10, but...
Oh, you're talking about actual, like, real sound?
No, but I think the in-game sounds are quite alright.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. If you compare them to, like, previous games as well,
yeah,
they sound way better than they used to. But also in real life, I kind of prefer the hybrid engines to the old screaming V10s or V12s or whatever we had.
Yeah, actually, same. I know it's quite unpopular opinion. But
yeah, it's not the majority is completely would lynch us for this opinion, but I tend to like the.
They're still loud as fuck, so.
I mean, they are, yeah, and I mean, just how can you not like the sound of the Honda engine?
Yeah. The growl.
The growl of that engine.
Ooh. In the middle of a downshift with JNAB, you can hear it.
Yep. You can. I mean, it's not as pronounced in the game as it is in real life. The engine just sounds raw. But here, of course, they've tried to emulate that sound as Timo is going past Higgsy on the straight, powered by DRS. Overtake brought to you by DRS.
Powered by AWS,
Powered
brought to you by DRS.
Yes.
Probably starring ERS as well.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone at the top are pretty even on ERS right now. They're just using DRS to pull each other along. Lou, of course, having to use a...
XTXP dropped out of the DRS range from Assassin, and now Fluffy Dave will be looking to get past him.
Yep. Fluffy Dave did have a pretty bad exit out of the last corner, though, so he actually dropped back from XTXP on the straight. Could also be a difference in wing setup, but I think it's more of a bad exit. But now he's gained 3/10 in just one corner.
There's also a gap down to Hugo with a small train behind him.
Yep.
top 5 also very close together.
Yeah. Lou is actually slowing down a little bit, so it's allowed Janab to get on the right, right to the back of some idiot here. They're actually almost touching. Just because of the gap here. I don't know if Janab's gonna try to make a move. He's 1/10 back, both boosting.
Cody will close in on Lou as well.
Oh no, this is gonna be a 3 wide into.
Cody goes on the outside.
Yep.
Janab on the inside. 3 wide.
They're 3 wide into the corner, and now Samidia has been forced on the outside, and he actually loses out here right now. But they're side by side with Janab looking on from Danico's car. Danico is having a great view of this battle, and they're all slowing down in front of him, but that's allowing him and Assassin to join the fight. Oh, and Janab pushes Samidia wide there, and he's lost out completely on this battle.
Samidia going from 2nd to 4th in a couple of corners.
Yeah, and that's now allowing Danico to catch up to Janab and Lou. And
I'm not sure what happened there with Janab and Samidia, but that didn't look very nice.
No, that didn't look very nice at all. And
Janab might be looking for a dive. Oh, it was very close to hitting Lou and has to take
and now Danico is actually going on the inside, but doesn't get the traction out of the corner to make the move there. The fight is spicing up here, and Fluffy Dave is also on the back of XTXP trying to look for a move on him. But the fight for P1 currently is a 4-way fight. Well, actually, it's a 5-way fight. Yeah. With XTXP not far away from Assassin now, because that fighting is slowing everyone down.
Yeah.
Danico is pulling out.
I think it's only a question of when, because Lou's tires are clearly deteriorating, and Janab is very close now.
Yep. Danico is also showing himself behind in Janab's mirrors there, and Janab is going to fly by Lou here. And is Danny gonna get close enough to make a move on the inside? No, he's gonna stay back, but Janab goes really wide into the corner, and Lou almost makes a move, and Danico on the inside onto Lou, avoids contact just barely, but doesn't get the move done. Yeah, Lou takes the very defensive inside line.
Loses the rear end on the exit, and Danny gets a better exit there.
Yep. Danny says thank you very much and just goes past there. Cody is going to look for the move on Lou as well. Lou's tires he's struggling with those.
Yeah, those 2 extra laps, even though they might have been it might have been cooldown laps, it still matters on the tires.
Yep. One of them most definitely was a cooldown lap, but that's not great. Assassin is on the back of some idiot here. Some idiot on Lou into turn 1. Oh, that's a little bit of contact there, and that's going to compromise some idiot's exit. And Assassin also has to slow down. Somebody got ghosted because of that. But he is now, unfortunately, losing a lot of time to Janab and Danico because of all this fighting and the unfortunate contact that Janab and him had.
Yeah, currently out of DRS range, so.
Yeah. Lou is actually, Lou just boosted to barely get into the DRS, so the detection zone was already back there, so he's already got the DRS. I don't know if Danico is going to look to make a move on Janab on the straight, closing, and yes, he's going to pull up alongside on the inside, and let's go past into the corner.
And a mirror move from Fluffy Dave on XC. XC just used up all his DRS and could not defend there.
Yep. Now they're both at risk from Hugo's from behind. Hugo now starting to get the tire advantage on those mediums, and also has about 30% more ERS than both of the cars in front.
Yeah.
So he's going to start to pick off these soft runners one by one until he's alone and in front, and try to make a gap on the cars in front of him when everyone else pits for mediums. Pit window should be opening in a couple laps here, but we'll see what the strategies are going to be for everyone. Kopi, unfortunately, Hugo
does dive up the inside. Oh, slight touch.
A slight little love tap onto XTXP's front tire,
Hugo
but
with a clearly better traction on these tires, so
yeah,
it's not even a contest.
Yep. Now he has to make up around a 7/10 gap to Fluffy Dave, who is already 2 seconds back of Assassin. Lou once again almost dropping out of DRS range from Janab and Danico, but uses a little bit of ERS to stay within that 1 second range to keep pulling himself along so that this train can stay alive. Assassin is...
Lou can get dragged along here with the DRS, so he can obviously save his tires a bit more. And
Yep.
But he's doing a good job, I'd say.
Yeah, he's managing the gap to Samidia behind, and Assassin is actually trying to almost losing out to Samidia. So he's trying to push away to make that gap over there. There's a Timo makes a move on Alvaro into turn whatever that is. But some
Will
changes.
somebody tell XC to start saving his ERS?
Is that so?
Yeah, somebody needs to tell him.
Timo behind him with 70%, whereas XTXP is down to 6%, so he's gonna get eaten alive.
Yeah, it's gonna be an easy target.
Yeah. Timo can already see XTXP's car blinking in front of him, and he's in DRS range already, so... As the pit window is now open for all the soft runners, you can pit from lap 8 to lap 11. Preferably...
I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I think you can go a bit longer than...
Is that so?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how accurate the AWS things are in the game as well, because they're reflective of their real life counterparts, which are pretty bad.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself. But
Yeah, sorry AWS, but get better.
Sorry, but
If you're watching AWS.
if you're watching, if you ever even stumble across this platform, we're sorry. XTXP, no, sorry, that's the other, I almost said Force India, Racing Point. Some idiot was close to Lou before the straight, but had a worse exit, and Lou just, I believe, boosted a little bit to get away from him. Oh my god. Some idiot lost time on the straight, but has now gained all of that back in the corners. Some idiot might be running a little bit of a higher wing setup than Lou. Some more downforce on that car.
Tire damage as well.
Well, that's...
Wait, hang on. It says... On the tire screen it says they're the same tires. I think it was actually a bug in qualifying.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So
I don't exactly know how it works. I don't know if it carries over the tires.
it does. It should at least.
Should it?
So unless that's a bug, then.
And Hugo makes a move onto Fluffy Dave into turn 1, pretty much a mirror move from last lap without any tire contact with XTXP this time. But I mean, going back to the quali thing, I mean, we always qualify on tires that are at least 2 laps old, right?
Yeah.
But that never carries over to the race. It doesn't. It always shows the tires are 0 laps old, even though you're on quality tires.
Huh. Well,
so I believe loose tires are still 3 laps old.
sometimes it does carry over.
But I don't think
we've seen it on the past at least, but
yeah, but I don't think the screen actually does say that they're, you know.
yeah, but I've definitely seen it. Like I've seen older tires than how many laps there have been. So
Yep. Somebody
anyways, let's not get bogged down to that.
Timo is making moves left and right here. He's now making a move on XTXP. Has about 40%. Yep. Has about 40% more euros than XT. So was an easy move down the straight. Now he has a 2-second gap to Fluffy Dave to make up, so he can start fighting for P7. Alvaro actually also makes a move on XTXP. They're still side by side and going side pod to side pod through the sweeping right-hander, and someone is going to have to concede so they can get through the penultimate corner, and that would be Alvaro. He was on the inside, and XTXP is actually going to dive into the pits, even though he fought there. That was interesting. Okay, yep.
Interesting.
That was just interesting. Jab
Very
is
interesting.
only 3/10 off the back of Danny, but at 83% ERS, whereas Danny has to had had to have pushed, and he's at 27%. So Janab is just sitting behind him comfortably in P2 with a 1.4 second gap to Lou behind. Lou's tires are hurting, so
will not have a DRS, so I think Cody will, or some idiot will have a chance.
Yep.
For an overtake here.
Yep. Definitely will. Depends on the exit he gets out of the corner. Was going to boost himself through, and that's the position on Lou there. Dunzo Gonetso. And Zami is going to look forward and try to fight for those top 2 positions in front. Sasson is also pretty close to Lou. But the gaps after that is 1.5 seconds to Hugo's, and then there's a 1.7 second gap to Fluffy Dave.
Hugo have eaten into the gap. He's almost taken a second. Is that these medium tires are gonna be very much quicker as Danny heads into the pits.
Yep.
As well as Blue.
Lou also jumps into the pits as Janab is going to be the leader of the race for the time being.
Fluffy Dave and Timo and Alvaro as well into the pits.
Yep.
Everyone onto medium. No, Lou onto soft. So he's
Lou,
doing it too soft.
Yep, he's going on to soft, medium. I would, well, I would reckon, because doing anything else there would be weird. So XTXP in P10 after pitting, 1 lap earlier than everyone else, and he's also had to push on that out lap, so he is still down at 11% ERS. And that's the first penalty of the race, actually, and that goes to Lou with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is most likely in Sector 1. But XTXP is in trouble because he does not have any ERS left whatsoever, and he has both Alvaro and Timo behind him. Well, Alvaro is down at 30% as well, but Timo sitting comfortably at was sitting at 60%, and XTXP is already derating on the straight, so Timo is just gonna say bye bye.
Assassin a bit squirmy on the exit, and Hugo will take that all day, every day. I think Assassin has to pit now, surely. JNav has it. So will Sommelier and Assassin as well. And now Hugo will take the net lead.
I believe we're going to see the Renault of Higgsy also jumping into the pits. Yes, we are. So Hugo.
Let's see what Hugo and Copy can do on these mediums in fresh air.
Sitting comfortably in the lead now. The closest car behind them is going to be, I believe, Danico. Yep, the car closest to them is going to be Danico with 7 seconds to Copy, and Hugo's currently has almost 13 seconds to the car closest to him, not including his teammate. And that's another 3-second time penalty for Lou in 2 laps.
That's not great.
After pitting. That is absolutely not fantastic for him. But it's going to be... this is going to be interesting because Lou... It doesn't look like he is gaining on the car behind nor the car in front with softer tires.
Yeah, obviously everyone else went soft to medium, so it was kind of interesting to see he went soft.
Yeah, he's the only car on track currently doing a 2-stopper, so... That we know of for the time being, unless there's a horrible accident and someone... Yeah. But Danico is made up around 5/10 already. Well, actually no, he's made up like a second on those fresher mediums compared to Copy and Hugo. Well, he's made up a second on Copy, and Danico actually sets the fastest lap on the race so far. Well, gets beaten by Lou immediately at 33.7, as Danico is at 34.4. So softs, yes, they are faster, but Lou really has to get into the DRS range of Janab and get past him, so can try to fight for those positions at the top, because he's going to have to pit again. And if he pits now, well, yeah. I don't know, how long are the pits? Like 20 something seconds?
On average it's about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Fluffy Dave gets his first penalty.
Yep, that's a 3-second time play for him.
Fluffy Dave and Timo on the back of Assassin. Assassin lost some time on the final lap of his soft stint.
Yep.
Gap to somebody. He was right behind, or he was actually ahead of him at some, or right behind him at one point. Now it's 4 seconds.
That is correct. Sorry, I had to check that I didn't accidentally mute my mic. Lou is now on the back of Janab. So the
Looks
soft
like everyone who's stayed out one more lap is not in a good shape because they have, or the undercut was pretty strong here, or that was an understatement. It was very strong.
Yeah, that's true. Lou once again with a fast lap at 33.1 has caught up to Janab, and Janab is pretty close to Danico as well, so they're gonna try to get that gap to go down. Danico is caught up by around 2 seconds on the last lap compared to Copy. Copy's still around 6.5 to 7 seconds behind his teammate Hugo, so Hugo is actually maintaining a gap on Copy there on pure pace, but those fresher mediums definitely way faster than the older tires at this point.
Yeah, I'm guessing the window is around lap 16, 17, 18, I would guess, for the medium pits.
Yep. I think so as well. As Lou actually makes the move on Janab on the straight. I completely missed that. Don't know why I did, but I did.
Yeah, those fresh softs really doing the trick here. Obviously has 2 time penalties.
Yeah.
And has to pit again, so.
Yep. Future is looking kind of bleak for Lou. Not gonna lie.
I think Janab is too worried about getting overtaken. Hopefully he'll be hoping to stay in there and get right along.
Surprisingly, somebody it's 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's not having the greatest time on mediums.
No, he is definitely not. And if Lou can't speed up here, then Janab's best option is just to, well, try to stay in the DRS range of these two and get pulled along and just save up ERS for the final push. Yeah. In around 13 laps time. We'll see here. Just past the halfway point of this race.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where Hugo will come out after his pit stop. He's gonna have a few cars to overtake.
Yeah, he's going to lose approximately around, well, we'll say 20 seconds because we don't know how long the
maybe
pits.
Less.
Maybe less. Maybe 18. But Lou is actually sending it on Danico into the corner there. What a view from Janab's car. And really broke really late, and they're side by side, and Lou gets another 3-second time 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and now he just pushed Danico on the outside. There was a little bit of contact with Danico's front wing there. I hope it's still intact, but kind of brute forced his way through there, and then Danny had to go on the inside to block off Janab from doing anything. There's an interesting fight going on for...
Yeah, very interesting from Lou, because he's not really doing anything in this. He's just destroying his tires even more, and he goes for another dive on Copy.
A bit of contact between those two there. Didn't have the time to actually jump.
Still tries to stick it out. I don't think this is an overtaking move, and he does back out eventually.
Yep, and he's also derating already, so... Oh, okay. He's going to try to stick his nose and try to make a move through the corner there, but now they're still side by side. This is dangerous because he's going to have to get pushed along on the other side of the track. But now Danico and Janab right behind him. They're 3 wide into the corner. Janab is clearly smartly staying behind them all, and Lou gets forced wide.
Gets back on track.
Gets back on track and bonks Copy's car in there as well, and Janab is just saying thank you very much to pretty much everyone on here, and he's currently looking to gain the most of this.
Danny defending to the inside, Janab looking on the outside, Copy just staying put.
And Lou makes a lunge on the inside of Copy now.
Yeah. Copy is on the older medium tire, so he's gonna have way less traction.
Yeah, definitely. But all this is it's just helping Hugo.
And some idiots.
Yep.
Catch up.
Is
He's
now
right behind them. So
yeah, in DRS range to Copy as well. So and most likely going to be passing him in the straight here, but Copy's gonna actually pull into the pits for that tire change. So he decided that he's had enough of that. So he's just gonna head in. Somebody that definitely is getting pulled along here. Is Lou gonna make any more redonkulous moves on the inside of T1? But not this time around. Janab is probably going to play this smart and stay behind Danny Coe.
I'm still very baffled by the strategy Lou has here. I'm not sure. He's gonna have to pit again, and
he's already at 9 seconds of penalties, and he's gonna have to pit again.
Yeah, and he'll be lost as well, pretty much.
Yeah, he had a great first stint, but staying out on those soft tires for that extra lap in quali probably was his biggest mistake that he's done. Plus, I guess
actually, his biggest mistake was not pitting to mediums. Here he goes on J now, though.
Yep. Definitely, those tires still have the better traction out of the corners, with the assistance of ERS and DRS, of course, but mediums still haven't come alive yet.
Yeah, I think it's around the 7 to 8 laps.
Yeah, when the mediums are starting to get a little bit better.
Lou goes very wide. Backs out of the corner completely, giving the position to J now.
Okay.
And he heads into the pits.
Okay. So the downfall of his race starts here. Hugo's actually also dove into the pits, so we're gonna see where he comes out. Looks like he's gonna come out just behind.
It's gonna be close with Timo and Fluffy
Dave.
Yeah.
Yep. He's gonna come out just in front of XTXP here.
Yeah.
So definitely lost a lot of
10,
time.
11 laps to get past everyone.
Yep. And unfortunately,
we've seen the difference in the soft tires are very huge. So
yeah, tires are gonna stop dropping off pretty severely, because he's gonna have to push his car quite a bit to actually get through. I think Lou might have had to change his front wing. He might have had some front wing damage, which would have explained his struggles in, for example, the sweeping right-hander, or the long right-hander rather, in Sector 3.
In the lead, Janab is very close behind Danny, just biding his time, I reckon.
Yep.
Somanita is 1.7 seconds behind, and after that, Assassin is 2.9 seconds behind.
Yep. Let's actually take a look at the gaps here. Up as Higgsy gets a 3-second time penalty. Is this not going to give me? Oh, that's not the. Oh, Higgsy also retired from the session.
Was that a crash?
Yes, he is out of the game completely, and that's a full course safety car.
Did we see?
Sorry, full course safety car.
That's a very interesting part of the track.
I didn't see what happened. But
that's a safety car. So Timo, Fluffy, XD, Alvaro, all into the pits. Copy's gonna stay out on his fresh socks. I think Hugo or Assassin and Somidi and the first guys just about missed.
Lou, what are you? Oh no, Lou. What are you doing?
So it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, the top 4 can't pit. I'll just give the win to Hugo.
Nope.
Hugo is now in prime position.
Yep.
He's gonna be able to save his soft tires, and he's gonna be able to recharge his battery.
There's a certain Alfa Romeo that just went into the pits for softs. But, which is still, once again, I mean, each to their own, but it feels like a very interesting strategy.
Well, technically, it's not going to lose out on anything. Because there's still massive penalties and wouldn't really have mattered if you stayed out. So you can see why he did it. Copy also gained quite a few positions, and he's also on the soft tires. So it's gonna be the. Oh, is it Alvaro put on mediums? Okay. Everybody else put it onto softs, but Alvaro put it onto mediums.
Yes.
Top 4 is on mediums, the rest is on softs, barring Alvaro. So it's gonna be interesting to see after the safety car comes in. It's gonna be like a battle. Oh, and somebody goes into the pits, so as well as Assassin.
Oh, okay.
Quite baffling choice.
Yes it is, actually, because that's gonna drop down both of them to last.
Maybe they had no faith in the mediums?
Maybe?
They're gonna be a lot harder to warm up, and they're already old, so they're not gonna be good either compared to the softs. But still, you would think track position is key. Danico and Jane, I'm staying out on the mediums. Huh. Maybe we can get some insight with the interviews after the race.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting end to this race, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be
also going to
8-lap sprint race.
Yeah, probably gonna be picking on a certain Renault driver after the race as well, with his signature move, the bottle.
Yeah, probably gonna ask how he managed to get in the wall there.
Oh, safety car in this lap as well. That's called really early.
Yeah, everybody caught up, so no surprise there. This is also the second lap, so.
Yep. That is true.
Nico will set the pace.
He will. That is true. Hugo and Copy are going to both look to clear those medium runners as quickly as possible. As if they can manage to do that, that's going to be bye-bye medium runners, and they're going to be looking for that 1-2. Not the Mercedes 1-2, but the McLaren 1-2, and I believe we are off.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, and Janab gets a horrible start off the restart, and Hugo.
I think not just the mediums being cold.
Defending onto the inside, but absolutely no chance to defend this from Hugo. Is trying to stay onto the outside and cut back to the inside, but no, that's not going to be possible. Somebody and Lou also fighting.
Yeah, yep. Somebody gets past Lou.
Yep. Somebody is going to get past Alvaro as well, because Alvaro is on those mediums, and those softs at this point in the tire life are going to be absolutely the better tire there. So Hugo is already 2/10 behind Danny, and looking to go past him on the straight. I don't think he's going to be able to.
See the traction zone here. Softs just quickly start to catch the medium.
Yep, Danny though.
No DRS, so it's going to be tough.
Yep, Danny though boosting to defend, but Hugo is boosting to get past, and he's going to look to make the move, and he's on the inside. Will he make it stick? Danny on the outside, on the back tire.
Trying to keep his nose in there, but just can't.
But just the traction just can't. And that's Hugo past Janab and Danico on one lap, and Samir and Lou actually still fighting.
Yeah, I think they've been side by side after the straight, pretty much.
Yep, and let's hop onto Assassin's car here to watch this fight from behind. Oh, Lou just taps some idiot's car, and they're still side by side. Oh, now Assassin tries to go around the outside on Lou, but Lou just closes the door. He's derating currently, so he's been using overtake that lap all along, but now Assassin's going to try to make a move on Lou. Lou tries to defend on the inside. They're side by side, but Lou is just going to have to concede that position there. And I hopped onto the completely wrong car, but it's fine.
Meanwhile, all this happening, Hugo is absolutely checked out. He's getting the 1.5 seconds after passing Danny, and surely from here, he's going to get the race win.
Yeah, that is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy from here on out. And Kopi is now the next one in line to try to make a move and get past Danny Cohen Janab. He is on 4-lap old soft though, so his window of opportunity is closing slowly but surely. Because
still no DRS.
Yep. Soon the tires are going to start to equalize, but some idiot gets past Alvaro here. Alvaro with the mediums, of course, has the worse exit speed, and Assassin also trying to make a move onto Alvaro here, and yes, he's still on the outside. Oh, they're the side by side still.
Or the traction will just be superior here, and even into the next corner.
Oh, Alvaro really takes the inside line there, and Assassin has to go really long on the outside, and Alvaro actually keeps the position. Fought back there pretty valiantly, but I think Assassin's just going to gear up to make a move onto him again.
The gap is now 3.3 seconds.
Oh my lord.
Hugo showing the power of the soft tires. The safety car really did help him a lot.
Alvaro, Assassin, and Lou once again to turn one. Lou is going to look out around on the outside. Assassin went from the inside, and he's gone past again. Losing time to some idiot, though. Oh, Alvaro's not trusting the throttle on his car. Oh, no, Lou. Oh, what a save. Good lord. That was almost certain death for him. Had a snap when he touched Alvaro's car there, but lost out. And now Assassin's going to look to say bye-bye-bye. Lou with his 4th 3-second time penalty, so he's up to 12 seconds.
Somebody right behind XC now. Everyone will have DRS on each other here. Copy might look on J now. Decides to back out of it wisely.
Yep. This comes down to penalties. So if we have any more drivers getting those 3-second time penalties, that's going to be very crucial to the end of the race, unless you're a Hugo.
Yeah, I think Danny Co is on 2 warnings, so he needs to be especially careful.
Yeah. That's going to be difficult because he's going to try to push. We see TP10 and P11 exchange positions repeatedly down at the bottom here. Lou and Navarro fighting for their lives for that final point scoring position. They've touched several times on this lap. Not inappropriately though, but touched cars.
I think this is the last lap that Danny can actually hold on to this position, I think.
You reckon?
Not quite sure, but how long can he realistically hold on to this position?
Yes,
he's got a buffer with JNAB in between, so Copy does need to get past JNAB.
Yeah. Sammedia is probably trying to make a move on his teammate XTXP. Don't know if there's going to be some team orders there to exchange positions on the straight here, but the XTXP is going to not listen to the faster guy behind and just boost on the straight. Never mind. Somebody is boosting and XTXP is not, so
Timo on the inside of Copy.
Yep, that is
Timo
correct.
on with the superior soft tires actually, because he pitted when the safety car came out.
Yep. So Copy has 2 lap more of a tire wear in there, and that's probably giving Timo about 7.
And now he's under pressure from Fluffy Dave as well.
Yeah, that's probably giving the tires that are 2 laps younger about 4 to 6% of advantage, and that's pretty. That's a lot.
big.
Yeah, that's a lot. So Fluffy
I mean,
Dave
we can see the difference in the soft tires to the mediums. That obviously Hugo's pulled out a massive gap.
Yep.
So the only
gap
thing
is
helping the medium
slowly-
runners are the medium,
Yep.
the DRS.
The gap is slowly starting to
Ooh.
deteriorate there. Oh, Copy goes really wide into T1, and that just gives Fluffy Dave the chance to just yeet it on the inside and grab that position. And now up to P5. Fluffy Dave does have that 3-second time penalty though, so he's going to have to defend for his life because he's going to drop down to P9, P8 at this rate. So he has to get a move along, but he's stuck in the middle of this train. So he really can't.
Timo on JNAB, I think,
yes,
might be in a good position.
That
here.
might
Let's see
be
in the traction zone. Soft tires have such superior traction, but JNAB will have DRS and will have sufficiently enough boost, I think.
Yep, Timo is boosting the ever-loving F out
JNAB
of his
on
car. JNAB goes on Danny, and Timo decides that he wants none of this fight. He's going to just let them slow each other down. They're going to go side by side into these corners once again. We've seen a lot of fighting. Danico goes really deep. Blake breaks really early. Sorry, late. That's the word. And
somebody on Copy.
Copy goes a little bit sideways here. But somebody loses a lot of time to Fluffy Dave in front. He really needs to get back into this fight if he wants to try to fight for those last podium positions.
Yeah,
But
I think,
position is what. Yeah.
I think this decision from somebody to pit actually hasn't been bad.
Not at all.
It was a good decision.
Not at all. He's been carving his way through the field, so it's not being a bad position at all, or decision at all. Janab and Timo fighting. Janab on the inside of Timo. XP on Copy actually makes a move. I don't know if they had any contact there, but Copy lost a lot of time, and Assassin on the back of him. Oh, it feels like I can't talk, but I just need to say on something with everything.
Yeah. Let's see here, going into the next DRS activation. Everyone's gonna get DRS. Danny might be a sitting duck here with his low ERS. Everyone pretty much on low ERS.
Well, someone who's not is Fluffy Dave. Currently is sitting at about 20% higher than everyone else around him. That's XTXP currently in trouble, already derating on the straight, whereas Copy doesn't even have to deploy to get closer to him. Assassin also going to try to make a look on to Copy there. Copy up, unfortunately dropping like a rock. There's Fluffy Dave on the inside of Timo as well. Now some idiot on making a move on to Fluffy Dave, trying to at least, but don't know if he's gonna pull it off up the inside. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Second time, it looks like the same move he did on Copy earlier, and he makes the move sick, I think.
Yep, there's a yellow flag back here in Sector 3, and that's Lou and Navarro. I think they've came together, and Lou has been gone around, so his race has got way worse. He was already in last, but now he's even more in last.
Somebody is on the prowl. Timo is next.
Timo is next, and Timo is looking on to Janab. Is he gonna send it down the inside? No, he doesn't have the guts to do so, but he causes Janab to lock up, and now they're gonna be side by side. But Janab is still gonna keep the position.
Yeah, it's obviously tough to overtake in his S's. The only really overtaking spots are the first corner and the back straight, and obviously the corner.
Yep.
That is some idiot uses.
Yep. Meanwhile, this man. This man. 9 seconds in front of Danico. Danico is defending for his life for that P2 right at this moment with those 2 warnings, so there's a risk of him to falling down the order. One small mistake, one minor mistake, one little corner cut, and he's gone from this fight.
Thankfully for him, he's got only a lap and a bit to do.
Yep.
To keep this position.
But
I don't think
I believe
can Tralgen, and I don't think the Sofferers can either, because JNAB is quite crucially being a buffer, because he does have DRS, so they can't really get past him either.
Yep, and I believe the tires are starting to equalize now. So somebody clearly on the better tire than Timo, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be about even, because the mediums are also reaching their life expectancy.
Well, that's true.
Oh, somebody absolute dive on Timo.
Oh, yep. No, they're gonna go side by side with Timo with a way better exit out of that corner.
I've also had a look onto Danny
Yep.
in the same corner.
So once again, dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Timo is using up all of his ERS to stay with Danny and Janab, just hoping, just praying that one of them makes a mistake and he gets that position, or someone that gets a penalty here. But is somebody gonna make a move into the corner before the straight? Yes, he is. He's gonna send it down the inside and he's gonna make it stick. Oh, pushes Timo a little bit wide, but gives him plenty of space. But that
does not get a good exit,
allowing Fluffy Dave to go past Timo here. He's gonna make a look.
Oh, he might have a look on some idiot as well. And in the front, Janab on Danny.
Oh no!
Looking up the inside, Danny. He's holding up to this position so long. Can he keep it? We'll have the inside for the next corner. They're still side by side, touching. Danny goes, locks up, goes a bit deep. He will have the inside for the next corner. Goes deep again. Janab will look for the cutback. So idiot also right behind
so
there.
close between them. They're literally side by side still, but Janab is out of ERS. He's trying to push. Meanwhile, in Narnia, Hugos has won the race. Danny gets a penalty on the penultimate corner. Oh no! And that is going to be some idiot saying thank you very much and grabs that P3. That was a thriller to the end, and unfortunate for Danny. He is so mad that he smashed this precious Williams car into the wall over the line, and that is the end of the race, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. My tongue is absolutely twisted. I cannot speak.
Copy barely not getting past Danny. Danny is lucky not to get dropped even further.
Oh my, but unfortunate.
And also Fluffy Dave on XC, that was really close. 8,000s in it.
Whew.
What an ending to this race.
Absolutely. If that safety car didn't happen, I would have fallen asleep. Kopi saved his own race at the end. He was down in P9, but the absolutely driver of the day... I can't. Driver of the day, Kopi. No,
safety
sorry,
car.
Hugo.
Safety car really did help him. But the reverse strategy really working out for Hugo here.
Yeah, that was absolutely too strong.
And we were doubtful of the call of for some idiot to pit, but it did work out. He had a mad charge through the field and managed to get third place in the end.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Oh, that is. Well, we did say that Danny would have to be really, really careful at the end, and he was defending for his life, but then that obviously, unfortunately, didn't work out. Fastest lap goes to Hugo, the win, and the fastest lap from P11 to P1. That is definitely my driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Amazing drive.
Also, honorable mention to both Janab and Danny Ko, finishing that last stint on those mediums, just defending for their lives and giving us a great show to the line.
Yeah.
But whew, I didn't know a 12-man race could be this fun to the end.
Very exciting,
Very exciting, very. We're gonna hop over to that is the wrong screen. We're gonna hop onto the race interview, or well, the driver's interview here. I'm gonna see if anyone is interested in hopping over to the interview room. I would switch us over there as well, but I do not have the permissions to move you around, so that would make things quite difficult.
But you have permission to move yourself in there, right?
I do.
That's kind of weird. Maybe you should ask for permissions to move people in there.
Yeah, I can apparently. Oh, I can also move you now. Okay, that's weird.
Okay.
All right. Let us begin with, I believe Janab is ready to come in and talk to us. I'll just quickly get out of the lobby in the game there. Janab told me that he is there, so let us pull him into the room. Hello there, Janab.
Hello.
So, that was a thriller to the end.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
So, that's that's a P2 in the bag for you. Are you happy with
Yeah,
that position?
no.
No?
Wanted to be first, obviously, and yeah, safety car. It is what it is with the safety cars in this game. It's obviously, the crash happened a good time before the safety car came out, and then the game just waits until Danny, Idiot, and me are passing the pit lane, and then they release the safety car, and also the safety car just drives out of the box right in front of us, so that we all get fucked, basically. And it's yeah, it's shit.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't.
hmm?
Yeah, the safety car timing was not good for you guys, but obviously you did a very good job in the end holding off the soft runners.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised that Idiot was able to came back, because obviously Danny, me, and Idiot were in the same situation, and he decided, or Idiot decided to pit. He was the only one who decided to pit from the three of us. And I thought it's not worth it because he was last, and I would have been last as well if I would have pitted. But yeah, he actually was right at my rear. Out of the last corner, I was really focused on Danny right in front of me. And actually only when exiting the last corner of the race, last corner of the race, that's when I realized that he was right behind him. So
Yeah.
I don't know, I hope he didn't put his nose in anywhere, because if he did, I didn't realize it, to be honest. I wasn't thinking that anyone is there. I was only focused on Danny, basically.
I think it
And
looked fine, obviously.
yeah, was a bit lucky that he got the penalty, but obviously on track he won, and it's not. I'm not really happy with that. I think I should have been able to overtake him, but I just didn't manage to. So yeah, not really good for me, because even without the safety car, I was thinking I had one lap fresher mediums, and I was saving ERS, saving tires, saving everything when I was behind him until the safety car came. I was thinking I can pass him towards the end of the race, but looks like I won't have been able to anyways. So yeah, like if I'm honest, I wanted the win, but I didn't deserve it today anyways. If it goes to Hugo or Danny, um, you know, it's I'm P2 anyways, so it's not really happy
Yeah,
with that. That's what I mean.
on a bad day, a P2 is pretty good, I would say.
No, not a bad day, but just bad in regards to me not being able to overtake.
Yeah, well, a
I
bit
don't.
unlucky as well with the safety car.
Yeah, I mean true. Um, and yeah, what else? I mean, Lou got a bit unlucky with the game. He told me he selected mediums, but then the game pitted him for softs for whatever reason, and then obviously he was on a two-stop all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Edith and me had contact at the beginning of the race. I don't really quite know what happened there. Just got a tap on my rear, and then he dropped a position. Yeah, I don't know, was a weird race. People on different strategies as well. Battling two-stop guys and someone who was on the same strategy as me, and then someone who started on mediums at the same time. It's I
Yeah.
know, quite interesting race in that regard.
Yeah, it makes for interesting race, and
Yeah,
in
did
the
you
end,
guys enjoy it?
yes, obviously.
Yeah, we
Easily.
we had a fun time.
Mm.
I can't talk anymore because my tongue it doesn't exist. But
Yeah,
yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
I guess I will rewatch it as well. Like
Mm.
that, I guess there was a bit of battling going on. Now slaps off a race.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty a lot of battling.
Mm.
Uh, Obviously, mad charge from some idiot. It was very fun to watch, and
Who? What?
some
Net?
idiot.
Some idiot going
Yeah.
from P10 to P3
Yeah, I
from
mean that
the
is a
safety car
really good
restart.
job from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us this week, Janab, and still congrats on that P2. A
Yep.
podium is a podium.
Thank you for the stream.
Absolutely. Not
No
with
problem.
my partner Sanix here to cause mayhem, but I brought in Toad because he's my second partner in crime.
Damn, you're number 2, Toad.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just got.
Called
Yeah,
out
you're
on
only
stream.
there. You're only good enough when Sanix isn't there.
Yeah.
Well,
You,
twist it however you want, but alright. Thank you, Janab. I'll be moving you out now. See you.
yeah. Have a good one. See ya.
Have a good one.
You too. Oh, okay. He did that and left, so I
Yeah.
was about to move you out by accident. Let's get some idiot, aka Cody, in here and speak to him. If I can.
If you can.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Happy belated Turkey Day.
Yeah. I wish I could have celebrated a little bit more, but that's another story.
Oh, okay. Well, tell us.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that one?
That was really frustrating to me. I felt like, okay, going in, I'm gonna kind of go on a little tangent, but
Yes.
bear with me. Thought I made the car for a race. The setup I had, it seemed like to me from previous setups on other tracks and previous experience, this would have been a good race car. It wasn't. It was a better one lap car. As soon as we got in the race, I just had no pace on either the soft or the medium, and just on high fuel. I'm gonna have to completely rework the setup for another race on Sunday, but it just felt like I was fighting for every inch. I just had no speed on high fuel. It felt like I was just going backwards. And safety car, just really bad timing. As far as I know in real life, if you're in sector 3 or the leader passes the pit entry, you can go, the leader gets to go around. The people that catch the safety car, they get to go around again. Instead, it just picks us up, and it's a free pit stop for everyone behind.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, I basically decided for myself is, hey, I have no race pace. I'm going to go backwards if I try to stay out on the medium. So I pitted. Please put that in my own hands. And came out 10th, fought my heart out to get up the field and get to 4th, but 3rd on track because of Danny's penalties. But that was all I had. I felt like I was definitely pushing the envelope on a few passes. I just had to try. There was nothing for me to lose. I didn't think I had the car underneath me, so I just said screw it. It's gonna be whatever the hell I can wrangle out of this thing. And thankfully, whatever the heck I wrangled out of it was enough to get me right where I was, roughly P3. And
yeah.
I feel lucky to get P3 today. Honestly, I don't feel like I had a top 5 car. Car just was not there in the race.
We were a bit questionable towards your decision, but obviously it was the right decision because it paid out in the end. I don't think you would have been in the same position if you stayed out on the mediums.
I knew that the softs were really good in that 8-9 lap window. That's why a 2-stopper can work around Coda, for example. It's really good. You pick up almost 10 seconds on medium if you do like an 8 or 9 lap stint. 10 to 12, I would say, is the number I've gotten. And even though I knew there was a few people that took tires, I would come out behind them. I had at least enough faith in my ability to just wrangle the car for all it was worth, and got every position I could have. I swear I feel like I was desynced to the grid. There was a few times where I'm like, there's no way I can't be like this on their screen, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how it looked on the stream POV, but I just didn't feel. It felt like I was making contact where there's no way I should have, or vice versa. It just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the stream. There's a couple moments you were ghosted, but I think that's about it.
Yeah, so I might upload some stuff from it, but I just want to say congrats to Hugo, congrats to Janab. Both drove good races. Janab hung on. He drove an awesome race, hanging on for P2 from those tires. Like that's a hell of an effort there. And then Hugo, he clearly I think he was class of the field today.
Yeah,
and he deserved that.
He definitely was our driver of the day for today. That was an amazing drive from him.
Yeah, exactly.
And honorable mention to Danny as well, hanging into all the way until the penultimate corner where he got the penalty. So
yeah, that was really unfortunate.
Yeah,
second last
like
corner and get smacked with a 3-second time penalty.
I was at 2 warnings since like lap 7.
Oof.
I got them both at the left-hander coming up the hill at the beginning of sector 2. You know, the right-left.
Yeah.
I just barely got the inside that left-hander twice. and I was just so annoyed because I knew I didn't have the car, so I was just trying to get everything I could out of it, and it stung a bit trying to get in those 2 warnings, but I just had to do what I had to do. It's simple as that. Try to not give up too many points. Anything else I can answer?
Not for me. Do you have anything, Todd?
Oh, I do have one thing.
Oh.
I do have one thing. So you guys know what track is next week, yeah?
Yeah.
It's Mexico week.
It is Mexico week.
It is Mexico.
That's the one to circle on the calendar, and maybe we bring a good car. Maybe we bring something to the table. I'd love to.
Upgrade?
I'd love. Yeah, there you go. There you
New
go.
air
No,
package?
That's one I'm looking forward to for next week. So maybe we'll have a few more people. Maybe we'll have a bit of a show next week.
All right. I mean, you definitely gave us a show this week as well. I didn't stop speaking for the last stint. So you'll see. You'll see if you watch the VOD. It's just my voice repeatedly. Todd was just sitting quietly, unfortunately.
No, I have something to look forward to then. I do have to head off pretty quick here, but I just want to thank you too for announcing. Thank you too for commentating. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Such short notice, Toad. Appreciate it. And thank you, Eddie, as well.
No problem. No problem at all. All right. Well, let you go here so you can get on your way.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
See you next week.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right. Nobody else is interested in talking to us. Well, I understand that completely.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't talk to us either.
No, me neither. Good God, if I knew myself and I didn't know who I was. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us this week to this thrilling end to that's go, and I probably just broke everyone's ears again.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment telling that you want me to commentate instead of Sonnings, so we can get that happening as well.
All right. Selfless plug in there as well. But thank you for everyone joining.
Make sure you subscribe.
Thank you to everyone joining the stream, and to anyone watching this video on demand later on. And I'll see you guys next week when we have, as Samir said, Mexico, his favorite track. But yeah, have a nice weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.